Good morning. Happy Sunday to everyone in YouTube land. Sorry, we are as punctual as usual.
Always never.
Always never. Always never on time. That is how we feel today. How's everybody doing? How's your week
Wow,
been?
Sean Anderson said Op Striker in the mail for tomorrow. Are we shipping those?
Of course we're shipping those. That's what we do.
Fantastic.
Contrary to what some of the YouTube trolls say, we don't just take money and not ship things. That's kind of not what we do. It's weird. We actually had to run to the shop to pick up a couple things because it has been, I'm telling you, since Wednesday of this week, it's been absolutely insane. Insane in mine and CW's world. Insane. Insanity. But I'm wearing an old school shirt, the white and red logo, the original, the OG logo.
Ooh, can I give away one of our new Blade Show shirts?
I don't have one to show, but you sure can.
Oh, what does it look like? You can describe it.
It's got the I can't remember, but I know that we went with the band-aid on the back that says "Be Less Dumb."
I feel like you showed it one week.
We did it on a live, I think, because we were in the shop.
Well, Hunter said it's been a blur. And why do you say that, Hunter? Because you've been extra busy?
Yeah,
Hunter's been having to take on more emails.
Yeah, because we have gotten more customers. So now Hunter is more emailing people.
No, there's been drama, but Hunter, you are not aware of that drama. But it's just part of running a business.
That's part of running a business. People in the business.
How's everybody doing this morning? Good morning, everybody.
I've got to turn this office camera off.
Chad says he has on the same shirt.
Yes, you have the red on the back or the white.
Hey, y'all go. Chad has a YouTube channel. I've seen a bunch of his shorts that he's done. Well, I don't know about a bunch, but
we're talking about YouTube shorts, people. We're not. Okay, let's.
Look, here's Chad. Y'all go subscribe to his channel. He puts like little shorts up of some of our blades.
He wears his shorts on camera. It's not a big deal, really. Sometimes I wear shorts, contrary to what most people believe. Now, we went to go run a super relaxing errand yesterday that ended up not super relaxing at all. But hey, we got something done outside of work. I was looking around down here in the bunker, but there's just stuff everywhere. You
gotta clean.
I need to clean up. I need to clean up that used to be the knife shop used to be outside at the old barn, and then it moved inside that room right outside the bunker. This was my office, CW shipping center, and then it was CW and CDP customer CSP. I don't know. Customer service
coffee. Your brain's slow.
I need this. Let's
Aaron B said, got my OD micarta grips for the Raider and Adversary. I'm loving them against the battle worn finish.
That looks good, doesn't it?
Man, OD micarta, we have had so many delays with that material.
That's a thing. I mean, so look, let's talk about the coffee we're doing today.
Hunter just asked if any of the cookies survived. Yes, there are cookies left.
Barely.
I had to tell him to put them away from me.
I had to hide them in the basement too, man, for myself. And then I put them in the cabinet upstairs in the kitchen. She's like, don't put them up here, I'll eat them. So then I take them downstairs, and then me and our youngest daughter, we come down and take care of the animals at night. And they're like in the basement. I'm like, oh, look, these are awesome. And I'm going to have to go to a larger shirt now. Thanks.
Good morning, everybody. Barbarian Brawny said, I wore my T.Kell sweatshirt yesterday for my birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to me.
Armored Faith Blade Works is on, honey. Forged AF.
I was just texting that guy.
Formerly Forged AF.
Armored Faith, Forged Armored Faith, now Armored Faith. So the Armored Faith is first. But yeah. So I guess we can talk about that too.
Morning, Kim Hendricks.
So,
morning.
Anyway, I don't know if I should say names. Some people don't want to be named, but you know who you are. I know.
Kane said his third combatant has been shipped.
Man, the combatant. Awesome. I'm wearing one today, actually. So if you want to be known and you're on, let me know. I think you live in California, so you can't really say. It's early there.
Hey, we're going to be doing a special combatant pretty soon. I can't say for what.
Yeah, you cannot. Okay. You cannot, but we will.
It's going to have specialty stuff.
So Joshua Tree Coffee, this guy lives right outside of Joshua Tree, which is a national park, if you guys didn't know, in California. But look, this stuff is roasted on April the 4th. So I don't know that you can get much
More
fresher than that, but it smells really good. It says organic, fresh, local Joshua Tree coffee. So that part of California, if you guys don't know, it's like super wild and, well, not like party wild, but anyway, outdoorsy. So
Faithful EDC, you also have a channel, don't you?
Smell
I
this.
think I saw your DP1 video.
Man, so I went upstairs because another patron, I'm not going to say who because everybody's going to hit him up, but he has some super high-end custom blades of ours.
Matthew McCann, yes, it will be available to the public. And it's going to be specialty grips and sheath. Yeah,
man. Pretty neat. A very, very, very limited number and a huge honor for us to even be asked to do it. So super rad.
Yes, like G Clem. Talks that haven't shipped are waiting on grips. That is correct. Feel free to email us and we'll look into it.
Wow, this water is already hot.
Y'all check out Faithful EDC. I've seen a few of his videos.
Jet oil.
The DP1.
So here's what I'm gonna do.
Got some good videos.
Anyway, I'm using the AeroPress again today because we were pressed for time, and it just takes this long to do this. So I'm gonna go up to the number 4 line.
Captain Ricky wants to come over for breakfast.
Yeah, but there's guns here. I don't know. Some people are scared of those.
He makes some killer biscuits.
Yeah, look, yo. Before I decided that I wanted to not wear a size 96 waist, I used to make these biscuits, and they're completely 100% from scratch. We're talking about I add the baking powder and all the things. They're ridiculous. Honest to God, restaurant quality. It took me 15 years to develop the recipe because I'm a little bit chefy, and they're stupid good. Stupid.
Yeah, I can't have them too often.
It's ridiculous. Actually, I gave the recipe to Bob DeMarco because he's heard about them, and he called them T.Kell biscuits. I don't know if he ever cooked them because if
Mark
he did.
Fiegel says my murdered mercenary is freaking awesome and carrying it every day.
I gotta tell you something, Mark. Mr. Fiegel.
And we got some stuff from him in the mail.
Look at these big eyes. We didn't get some stuff. I got
you got some dream blades.
Yes, like some people's grails that he sent me. I mean, whoa. Even through all the drama we've had.
Hold on, important question from J Bell.
Look, I literally froze.
Hash browns or grits, CW? Grits.
Grips, man, but the stone ground yellow grits, like the way they come out of the plant off the earth and not
the instant stuff.
None of this instant crap.
That takes a long time to cook.
Takes forever. Yeah, man. And we even one of the things we'll do sometimes when we're feeling fat, we will do the stone ground organic grits, which take a million years to cook, and then we'll do about 5 minutes from here, there's a guy who raises jerseys, and they're all completely grass-fed. So we get his milk, and we'll make our biscuits with that. And then he also raises hogs on pasture, and we buy their sausage literally by the hundreds of pounds and distribute it to me and mom and dad. And he's got organic honey, all the stuff. Anyway, so that's our if we're feeling just eating a ton of food and laying around like a walrus all day, that is what we'll do. My homemade scratch biscuits with the
Bounce of Wonder said I've never had grits.
I
have no words. You have to have grits.
I mean, where are you from, man?
Hunter is showing his Arizona-ness. He said, I make chorizo biscuits and gravy.
Look, dude, there's a place around here that makes the freaking chorizo sopes or the chorizo gorditas, authentic. I love some good chorizo. And I'm going to tell you what, that lady behind that camera now, she can throw down on some. Whew,
yeah, okay. It's time we got to cook some grits and some biscuits and invite everybody out to the shop.
We're going to do the cooking on the live?
Jeff Harmon said he'll bring the eggs. We met him the other day.
Yeah, we did. And then he was going to make us some food, and we weren't in the freaking shop. Thanks for returning my call, BTW. Rude. Just kidding. Yeah, he came by on a day when a lot of things were going on, so it's kind of like a little bit of autopilot, and then it's been interesting to say the least. Nothing like,
hey, Mom. Mom said she just came. What did I miss? Not much.
Nothing.
And happy anniversary to y'all.
Why didn't you tell me till right now? What in the world?
I wanted to surprise you.
You did. We were on the phone with them earlier.
Captain Ricky said, "How far are y'all from Big Idea Boys?" Like 30 minutes. They came by maybe a month ago.
Yeah, it's like 15.
He said, "I'll tell Taylor to bring some of his smoked meats." Oh,
it's like
does he smoke meats?
It's 11 miles from Big Idea, straight line.
Yeah, y'all need to come over for a barbecue.
Yeah, I mean, and I just built this big outdoor awning on the outside of our building, so it's like 40 foot by 30. It's huge. I did all the cool, like, fancy hanging lights, and it's cool. We just finished it. Picnic tables and all that stuff, but we're so freaking busy, we all just park beside it and go, oh, look, it'd be nice to have a barbecue there. But yeah, we're like, but anyway, yeah, Chad, Joe, Brantley, they all came down, and we had pizza.
Captain Ricky said Taylor's afraid of guns, though. I don't believe that.
Me too. It's absolutely terrifying. This green screen, though, looks really rad. No, straight up, though, all of you people that are my age-ish, I got a dream of mine this week. Somebody hooked me up with an MP5. Yeah, pretty excited. Yeah, I've always wanted one, and I can't buy them because they're spendy, and I didn't. So that was
give
rad.
away that Blade Show shirt I mentioned
I'm finna say, don't be giving away the MP5.
Look, if you win this shirt, come to Blade Show wearing this shirt.
Yeah, but it's got the B-List Band-Aid on the back, and it says B-List I think it's like more modest because we didn't want to offend people. Actually, I don't know why I care. Hey, can you get Camera Daughter to throw one of the gun mats down that are on the porch? The box is open.
Hashtag shirt.
Shirt. Keep your shirt on. Whew, man, Blade Show's going to be nuts. Blade Show is going to be insane. Oh, look,
we're doing lots of fun stuff for Blade Show.
Whatever. I thought then this look. What does this word right here say? Press?
AeroPress.
Why does it never wait for me to press it? Everybody's like, yeah, that's how they are. I'm like, then why the hell do they name it AeroPress? Why do they name it Aero Drip? Because I'm pressing and it's just water and air. I mean, not whatever. I'm doing something wrong. But everybody's like, that's what it does.
Chad said, you're so right. The MP5 is every guy's dream gun.
Man, I've always wanted one and never asked.
Frank EDC, Panther Food, $5.
Thanks, Frank.
You.
Gosh, man. So, Frank, I do have some traction on our thing, our collab blade, but I want to talk to you about that. There's another person that wants to do it
Salvador Di Stefano. Good morning from South Jersey. I should be getting my sapper tomorrow. I'm pumped.
Dude, that's a bad blade.
Such a great blade.
So Joshua Tree Coffee inbound. But anyway, we've had to kind of take some steps back on new blades projects because I don't know if you guys are aware, but the steel market in the United States for American produced steel is insane. There is a T.Kell steel in the works. We're doing testing on it now. Really
looks crazy.
What, this giant thing?
Yeah,
it is crazy.
Electronics, you have been a supporter for a long time.
Yes.
Email us and we're happy to get you a shirt.
Yeah, man, I'm not gonna block you out of a shirt.
You're one of our first patrons. You're getting a shirt.
That's right. You literally are one of our first.
He said
patrons.
He shrunk it and needed a new one.
Whatever, dude. You ate too many of my biscuits. Let's tell the truth here. This is a family. We can be honest. It's look, man. Just come out with it. That's what happened to me. My whole wardrobe was T.Kell stuff because I go up and down like this and in and out. Whatever.
$20 from random American. Get some shrimp to put in those grits. Heck yeah.
Hey, didn't Random American give me this Aero Drip?
Ricky called it Aero Push.
The Aero. Let me tell y'all what I did last Sunday.
Okay, so here's what Olivier Lavoie. Oliver. Okay, I can't.
Oliver.
It's probably French.
Lavoie. I can't see it. I'm just guessing.
He said you have to put the plunger in the AeroPress to stop it from dripping.
What an idiot. Back pressure. Dang. Not you, me. Now I know. So yeah, I got some Aero Drip here. Some Aero interpretive, whatever. I guess I'm gonna stir it with this trainer. Look at the blue on this trainer though. Yeah.
Yeah, Chad, just reach out. We'll get you a new sheath.
Why are you breaking stuff?
He left it in the sun.
Oh, yeah. So I'm on that. I'm working on a new process for sheaths that will isolate it for that. That's how dirty the bunker is. I just pick up random towels off the floor. All right.
Matthew McCann said, be less dumb on the front, eat my biscuit on the back.
Yes. Whoa, wait. So, somewhere that went off the rails. It smells good.
In for a be less idiot shirt.
Wow. C-Dub. See how smooth this is?
Is it as
it's
good as it
super
smells?
smooth. And I made it light this time so you wouldn't die.
Is that the same one we had last week?
No, this is the Joshua tree.
Well, this is way better.
Well, you're not a big fan of espresso, so I won't tell Bakari you said that. Don't show me over here. Isn't it?
Yeah.
I made it.
I love it. It kind of reminds me of the Israeli coffee.
Yeah, I put a little sugar in it, which I don't typically do, but I need some sweetness for the live because there's people in my life that I want to choke to death, and that's not good for business. So I figured, why not have some sugar? Let's just do that.
What's your favorite way of making coffee so far from you?
Honestly, the Israeli method. I really enjoy that. I don't know if it's because Emery taught me how to do that, or if it's just because I really like that Turkish Israeli style with the cardamom and all that. I'm not really sure. Convenience, though, the AeroPress, if I'm not stupid, is the easiest method that I've tried so
Miss
far.
Bingham kindly suggests with a heart that you no choking. No choking.
Well, it's not you I'd be choking. It's someone else. But thank you. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. And the
we only have 150 people who want this shirt.
That's weird, guys. I mean, it's clothing. I know that in today's society,
Mark Spiegel said you were saying, because you were about to talk about what he gave you.
Oh no, I'm gonna do the.
We'll do that in a little bit.
Yeah, because that there's too much excitement. There's too much excitement for that. There are 4 things in my possession now that.
I guess I'm gonna give y'all a couple more minutes.
I gotta fix the camera here. I don't know what's going on. You just wait a second.
I'm gonna give you a couple more minutes. Only 150 out of 306 people.
Well, they don't want
seem like enough.
You don't want it. You don't want it. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here,
Hunter. You're not the one he wants to choke. No.
No, not that kind of. No.
You don't want to be on that screen yet?
Not yet. I just was kind of getting the camera all zoomed in and whatnot.
If y'all haven't seen the video that Captain Ricky did for my dad's knife, it's very touching. It's over on Instagram.
Yeah, thanks for that, dude.
Best AM EDC's channel and Captain Ricky's.
You just said a swear word.
Aww. Captain Ricky said, I want CW to sign my shirt. She's the famous one of the group.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mine starts with the F, but it's fat. And here's the thing. I think this whole thing kind of works because I don't really want to be known. I just feel like I'm a dude that makes stuff in my, well, I used to make it in my basement. Now I got a big giant shop. But the whole fame thing is an honor to me. Some people are repulsed by it, but I'm like, oh man, thanks guys. That's such an honor. So she's the glue that binds the T.Kellian community together. Because I'm prone to violence. Not true.
All right. I think we had enough time for y'all to enter this.
Yeah. Get it together. Look, blue jeans today.
For the first person to get an official Blade Show shirt.
I'm modern. I got a hole in my pants. Right? I'm so cool now. Actually, I just wore these on the range too much because these are 5'11" pants that they just decided to kill themselves because they don't want to be wrapped around my body.
David Sade? If I'm saying your last name wrong, I'm sorry. Congratulations. You won a new t-shirt.
Isn't he a new patron?
Send us an email and let us know your size and your address.
Pretty sure that's a new patron. Right?
I don't know for sure.
I'm pretty sure I saw that name pop up as a new patron.
Okay.
How do you spell it?
SEID?
Yep.
Welcome, new patron, and now you've won a second shirt.
2 shirts. And the exclusive Blade Show shirt. But yeah, man, Ricky, that was freaking awesome. I don't know if you saw somehow this thing, I was being dumb on camera a few weeks ago and said our sheaths are always clicky, never sticky because I'm retarded. And it's stuck.
Ricky, he said, I do throw up in my mouth a little anytime I see Tim, but he makes nice knives. So
yeah, and it also, imagine this. If we didn't have shirts, you'd have to see me like SMP, like shirtless man party. That's super nauseating. That emoji with the green throw up, that's because people have seen it.
John, thanks for the $5. He said, good morning. When will the Raiders and AEBL be ready?
3 to 6 months. 3 to 6 months. As advertised. We are really trying to cut our turnaround times down this year. There's some stuff that are just plagued, like the reverse Tontos and the Nightshade Warncliffs that were super late from like last year. But they're done. We're just doing the final stages on those.
That's cool, Matt. We
But
always love to talk to y'all.
Who?
Matt.
You, Matt.
Electronics. Is the USA made version of the folder going to have the new badass grips? USA made folder is...
Listen, there's a pause button on the USA made folder if you guys have been keeping up with that. It is supposed to still happen. I have given Reckman a pass. They had some issues internally and just basically couldn't get to the folder in a timely manner. And he said, look, man, I'll just refund your money. And because we can't do it, I said, look, if it comes to a point where you'll never be able to do it, then we'll talk about that. But I'm going to give you as much time as you need to take, honestly, because we don't have another option. We're so far into the CW folder project that, and the fact that he was the owner of River's Edge Cutlery, he reached out. It was like Superman, like, hey, this is on me. I'm sorry. We just can't do this in time for you guys. I understand if you want to pull the project. And it meant more to me that he was that honest with me than getting the folder like next week. So I said, hey, take your time. You know, you guys do what you want to do. I certainly don't want to put you in a bind as a company. So it's paused. There's also that sourcing steel is a little bit crazy because
I don't know, Matthew. Matthew said I cut off part of my pointer finger the other day. No more left hand carry. I don't think I can deploy a ring handle knife now. Awful.
Why did you do that?
Wonder how that happened.
Was it with our knife?
Also Captain Ricky said I do have a Badger Claw sheath coming in for the DP1. Love the Kydex, but I'm a leather whore, so John hooked me up. Yeah, we're excited about those.
Yeah, so that's one thing. That was one of the big announcements that we were going to do. Thanks for taking my thunder, Ricky. Always Ricky, never sticky. That got weird really fast. I don't know what just happened. So we're doing a collab, an accidental collab for Blade Show on 20 knives with Knives by Nuge. So basically, I wanted to do something different with a few DP1s. So that is, we're doing a handful with Armored Faith Blade Works, which is Carson and his wife and their baby. I don't think don't let him sharpen yet. That's dangerous. He's like infant. Like, that's just irresponsible, Carson. So he could forge, so the baby can forge. That's
Miss
cool.
Neon.
So we're doing
Neon,
a couple.
You don't have to donate plasma to get one of our blades.
You should donate plasma to the dude to cut his fingertip off because that sounds bleedy. But so we're going to do 1 or 2 blades with.
Hey, thanks Cheryl for the $4.99.
Armored Faith, because he's done stuff with us before, and those were freaking incredible. And I'm still sick that I had to get rid of them. And we're going to do a handful of blades.
He said he's my son and he will sharpen.
All right. I mean, if he's as good as you, hired. We got a stool. We can just raise it way up. Little miniature mask. We could probably 3D print something. I don't know. And then we're going to do some DP1s with Knives by Nuge. So Tom and I have been working on this little thing in the background. And that's how we got with Badger Claw. So
I love that y'all's names are both 3-letter. Tim and Tom. Like, it just sounds good together.
But
Tim and Tom, Tom and Tim.
And Car, son.
Oh, yeah. That doesn't work.
He has a car. And he has a son. I get it. So I wanted to do jute wrap, but it would be really gross of me to do what he does so well, because then it would look like his knife. And I didn't want to do that because, as Taylor so eloquently put it, it looks very wickedy, not wicked, wicket-y. So I'm like, man, I don't know how to jute wrap, so I bet this guy does. So he's going to jute wrap some DP1s when we lasered his logo in there. And we're going to have 20 of those at Blade Show. and Carson's going to do his freaking magic he does with some super crazy Damascus, whatever. He's got carte blanche with steel. So we're going to do a couple of those for cross promotion between all of us. Like, hey, let's do some stuff.
Hey, let me read a few comments, honey. We have Keith Collier said, during Blade Show, will you have any new secret blades you're working on?
Maybe.
And
I don't know if they'll be
this
done.
question goes with it too. Adam WWR says, outside of the labs, do you know what models you might have available at Blade Show?
Okay, I think we're gonna have CGs, Hawks, Ops, Strikers, some maybe 004s, 001s, 003s. Those are all three maybes. A bunch of freaking combatants. We're gonna have a couple of Taylor's Ridges, a handful of mercenaries, which is crazy. I'm super thankful that Melissa liked the mercenary, and I don't know, 3 million other people in the last week. How many?
I think it was like 2.5 million.
2.5 million people like the mercenary too. I really wish we would have known that she liked it that much, and all of you were, because I would have had some in stock. That would have been great.
Hey, honey, let's pause for John. He said, "Can I ask for prayers for my wife? She's been in ICU on a ventilator for 3 weeks now. I know my T.Kell family will send up prayers." Yes,
100%.
Everybody,
we will actively do that. Yes, I'm going to pray for you and your wife. Off air.
Mark, can you whatnot some of the Blade Show knives for those of us who can't make out to them right now? Yes.
Maybe. I think so.
And also, anybody that can't make it, feel free to email us. We'll see what we can hold for you.
Reverse Tontos, Nightshade Warncliffs, if we can get them done. Some Piranhas. Couple Warthogs, maybe.
Bushmen.
We're going to have a bunch of Bushmen. What else? I don't know why I'm doing this like telephone. I'm calling. What are we going to have? Is that it?
Do we have any keychain tools?
Oh, DP1s we're going to have. So we're changing the keychain tools. I'm working through a model with that now. I just got the parts in. It's going to be the same idea, but a different implementation, because the whole steel importation situation has really been difficult to get just about anything made from metal. Fun.
Somebody commented a minute ago, I'll have to go back and see who it was, but something about Niagara has some CPM steels and asked if we work with them at all.
We have not. Well, so New Jersey Steel Brand is a broker of steel, and they do buy some steel from Niagara. So we have used steels from them, but a lot of Niagara stuff is not proprietary to them. I think all of it, if I'm not mistaken. They bring it in, they flat roll it, and they sell it out to other people. They don't make any steel, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But we have the opportunity to get some 3V. And what was the S90V?
We got another prayer request, honey.
I'm ready.
I am Chusty. My brother performed CPR on a friend last night, but the guy ended up dying. Would appreciate prayers for him and the guy's friends and family.
That is tough when a friend of yours dies right in front of you. Ask me. I could tell you about it. So yeah, absolutely, we will. 100%.
Yeah.
This is a family here, guys. So, you know, if you don't pray, you should. And if you got a problem with it, I think there's other YouTube channels somewhere.
Nick Bonomo says, I like 3V. That's cool.
Yeah. So I have the opportunity to get some 3V, and a lot of it's flooded the market before all of the tariff stuff, so I can get pre-tariff prices. But I really think this new steel that we're working with is going to be an industry-changing thing.
You want to show some blades, honey?
I don't really want to do that. That's not what we're here for. We're here for coffee, the fat kid talking about prayers, and tomfoolery, jackassery, and the like. So yeah, blades, no. What blades you guys want to see?
Let's show did you bring the new grips for the WharnEDC?
They're on the porch also. So get camera daughter to.
Okay, what am I supposed to tell her to bring?
Gun mat. And let's just talk about. So let's just do a little sneak peek of the Knives by Nuge collab. I mean, all we're doing basically is the same old DP1, but
I forgot how to do this. I'm totally forgetting how to put
What's
both of
happening to
these.
you, lady?
I'm just like losing my brain. How do I do this?
See his logo?
Hold on, I gotta get you on here.
You just show my side fat.
It took me a minute, like I haven't done this.
You have it there, or do I need to go to the other one?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so I don't know why it won't focus.
Just hold it back a little bit. It was focused.
Yeah,
there you go.
So that's Tom's logo. So I've got these deep engraved, and I just got them nickel boron. He's gonna do his jute wrap. So basically, the wicket and the DP1 are gonna come together and make this all awesome thing. It's gonna be in a badger claw leather sheath. We're gonna leave a little bit of this bottom hole exposed, so that you
want to show the badger claw.
I don't have one. I can show you a picture.
Oh, what were those sheaths on your desk? Those
are
sheaths?
Delta sheaths.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So those are new. Anyway, so I don't want to completely do what Tom is doing, so I'm not going to do the topo sheath, but I am going to topo the blade. So it's going to be like flavors of all. These are going out to Tom this week, so we're going to do that. Ooh, let's talk about another future collab right now. So is Captain Clicky Not Sticky on here still?
I don't know.
All right, so these are with his buddies and my buddies. What's this?
Captain Clicky Not Sticky. Ricky, if you're still on here, that's from another show where he just said,
I said it earlier.
Oh, you told him the always clicky, never sticky thing? Okay.
Anyway, so this is
he's on.
So this is what me and Chad Joe are working on at Big Idea Design. This is their bolt action titanium pin done.
Nickel boron.
Yeah, nickel boron battle worn. Holy cuss word. So the internals and externals are all nickel boron battle worn. You can kind of see their logo through there, sort of underneath there. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think. We can do a black pin. We can do the nickel boron battle worn with our logo and their logo.
No question, nickel boron battle worn, right?
Look at this thing.
Because that goes with our stuff.
That's what they want to see us do. Look, it took forever.
It's a lot of work.
But the nickel boron dude is like, hey, that's going to cost you a lot because that was tedious. You got to think, this little screw on the back, this little cap, all the titanium stuff, internals are brass, so it's a completely different process.
That sounds absolutely ridiculous, Pretty Fly, for a knife guy. Absolutely ridiculous.
What's ridiculous?
I hope it's a typo.
Oh, okay.
That's disgusting.
All right, so you don't want to share.
No.
Good. It'll probably anger me since you're not telling me.
Nickel boron battle worn for the pin. Any estimate on rolling out that new steel later this year, next year?
It's going to have to be this year because the steel industry in America is like in a complete uproar. We lost Crucible. A lot of the formulations that went to Niagara, they sourced that to get those melts done overseas. So because we don't have much of the steel capabilities in the United States that we used to. So there's only a handful of even carbon steels that are worth a crap made in the United States. So Niagara's like, yeah, we'll take over some stuff. And Crucible had it all set up to do it overseas and then flattened or rolled here. And then Trump came in and put tariffs on every freaking body in the EU. So that sucks right now to get steel at a decent price or to even get it because everybody kind of pulled back. Like, whoa, what are we going to do? So this steel is made in PA and rolled in, that's Pennsylvania for those of you that are tough with alliteration. Pennsylvania. And rolled in Pennsylvania, and then we'll get to Sheaths and do our thing. We'll water jet and all that stuff. So we got a piece that we are sampling right now. If everything metallurgically lines up with what they say it will do, it is a revolutionary thing. I wanted exclusivity. I'm not going to get it.
That's awesome, Charles. I
really
went on a Disney cruise this week and wore my V-List sweater and actually got a compliment.
That shocks me. This is what happens. Like, we're pretty much Chattanooga. That's where we shop. That's where we do all of our stuff. It's only a few miles up the road. And you get two things. Yeah. Or, oh my God. I cannot believe you told me to be last time. That's so rude. So, I mean, it's for you. If it offends you, then that shirt is for your face. Like, that's for you, 100%. But that's the steel thing. That's
black screws, not yet for the DP1. They are coming.
Yeah, and I tried. What happened with those is that's the thinnest steel we've done and the thinnest G10 we've ever done. You can set it right there. It's fine. Thank you, 90s. So, thinnest steel, thinnest grips we've ever done, which meant the regular lasting screws were too long. So we got them like, oh crap, this is releasing at Blade Show Texas. We got to do something. So we made some shorter of both, but they still would bottom out and bind. So we had to redesign that screw completely. And in the redesign process, we did some measurements wrong. And the dude from Exotech, Rob, he makes our screws. And Rob's a good friend of mine as well. And he's like, hey, man, your drawings are wrong. And I'm like, oh, thanks for catching that, because he's intimidatingly smart as well. So he figured that out, but that put everything behind. Excuse.
Hey, Daily Knife, how's it going? He said my DP1 is no longer thin with a laughing, crying face. And then Captain Ricky said, is the collab Melissa still dropping a blade? Yes. And she's going to be at our booth Friday and Saturday morning with the special editions. We're splitting them in half.
Right. So, yeah. Stand by. Our booth is crazy busy anyway. Wait till then. Let me grab this stuff.
Stuart said, glad y'all found Badger Claw. I recommended them to you on a live a while back. I've had them make me custom sheaths, and they're so good. Yeah, we love them.
Yeah, so Nuge was like, you should reach out to this guy. And I was like, well, I want to use American-made stuff. It's like, duh, it is. So he's like knocking out a bunch of those for us. We're gonna offer those, and we're gonna show you our new anyway, the new Delta sheaths too that we designed.
How can we do that? You know, honey, the way that Daily Knife was carrying the DP1 was like all that stuff. How can we offer something like that? That thing's cool.
Well,
like all in one little.
Why don't we just collab with them?
That'd be cool.
That'd be easy.
You down? You down, Daily Knife?
I mean, why not?
Yeah, I love it.
I wanted him to do my social media stuff, but he said no, whatever.
He did not.
Rude.
He did not.
He totally did. He's like, don't tell Tim.
He said he's down.
Yeah, so yeah, let's have the Luke and Drew and Bunny community. Inside joke. You guys can make those sheaths, and then we can do it as like an upgrade thing. You want to do this one?
Yeah.
Can you see this?
Pretty.
Is the copper coming through?
Yeah.
So we had a bunch of trouble machining these. And we had to add all kind of coolant stuff because what was happening is
there's copper in there.
Can you see the copper? Holy crap. So these will have copper screws and copper grits. One time only debut on these. This is the grip's going to come on the WharnEDC. So I should put some on one.
And the idea was because Blade Show's colors are black and gold. So it's sort of gold, kind of.
Yeah. They can't put, well, they could put gold in there probably, but you guys couldn't afford it. So I'm going to get a screwdriver because
it's going to look so good with the copper screws.
Right? Hold on. Let me get a.
Yeah. Barbarian Brawny's nickname is Bunny for everybody. That's what we named him.
Yeah, I'm sure he loves that too. Raymond gave me the screwdriver. So what happened is I'm an idiot, and every time I read it, I was like, every time I see that, I go, I see Bunny.
Frank EDC, that's exactly what I said. He said, now you need a WharnEDC and copper my for that grips. I know. I told Tim
we wanted to do that.
Damascus.
Yeah, we bought Baker Forge a bunch of their freaking Damascus, and I cannot get anybody that is motivated enough to cut that freaking steel for me.
So everybody that's asking about, is this stuff going to be available for patrons and whether or not you can ship it afterwards and all of that, yes, we'll work with y'all. Please just email us.
Yeah, so
if you can't make Blade Show, we'll be happy to hold some stuff.
Yeah, we just need the numbers, right? We're gonna have a number for Blade Show, and we'll have a number for patrons. But
do we know what the cost on the WharnEDC is going to be? You don't have any copper screws here?
I don't.
Aw, they're not going to get the full effect.
Yeah, dude, hold please. Don't yell to me, woman. How about this? Well, we can use brass, but you'll get the idea.
Get the idea, yeah.
Sorry.
So the whole thing, we're also going to have aluminum extended grips as part of this.
Provided that my buddy can get them done.
If we can get them in time. I made a joke and I said we're going to be behind the booth screwing these things on because it's going to be last minute.
And he goes, but he didn't laugh. He did not laugh at all. He was just like, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's going to be down to the very last.
I think we'll get them machined, right? We'll get the aluminum extended grips machined, but I don't know about the anodized. I have no idea. That's going to be the difficult part.
What does T.Kell like for screw torque again?
So that's kind of interpretive at this point because we had some hydrogen embrittlement on some of the black screws that we found out about. So we had to back it down to like 15. Typically it's 30 inch-pounds.
You says the customer support page on the website hasn't worked. Won't let me continue because the I'm a human and not bot thing isn't working for me. Okay, so we had some, I guess you would call it hacking situation going on.
Pretty much. And not pretty much. That's what
happened. The website was shut down.
So it looks weird with brass. I shouldn't have put brass in there. Imagine these in copper.
Yeah, it's hard to.
It looks weird.
Get the idea though.
But yeah, so it'll have the brass screws and then the copper inlays inside the grips. Just,
but they'll match.
Yeah, I have copper screws. Sorry, beryllium. Rad, right?
So we had to turn our security up way high. So like a lot of you, regular customers.
But we're still getting customer contacts.
Yeah, I don't know why it would do that. You can always just send an email to customer service at tkellknives.com and we'll see about looking into that.
Same email address. So that's the grips we got there.
Can I give away one of those mats?
You can. You can. Here's the caveat with these mats. So I had to get these made by a mouse pad making company because Lee is changing their facilities for the company that he works for that does these. So to get you guys orders out, because it's like these will happen from Lee like whenever. We had so many people that ordered the Be Less Dumb mats that I went ahead and decided to get enough to fulfill the orders done until Lee can catch up. So it's the same looking thing. So in case Lee sees this and goes, I didn't make that, that's why you see this. Because he's probably like, what the hell? So here it is. Giant mouse pad, effectively. For you to be less dumb about. Gun mat.
Let's give it away.
It's a knife mat, actually. So when you're cleaning your knives and you're on top of this mat, it is a reminder to not cut your fingertip off. Right? Because that would be kind of dumb.
Hashtag mat.
Every time I hurt myself.
Stuart, how did Montana Knife Company do that?
What happened?
Lips are sealed.
What are you talking about?
No, nothing.
Did you say something?
No. He's joking. We were talking about hacking.
Oh, wow. Oops. Yeah. I was like, what did you C-Dub, you're not supposed to publicize this stuff.
Hashtag Matt.
Oops.
For the mats.
Wow. I almost did stuff, right? Man, that coffee's great. Really, really good coffee.
I'm going to go back and see if I missed any comments. If you have any questions.
See some knives?
Yeah, let's see some knives. We always want to see knives, right, guys?
I think next week we're going to try to have everything out here on the table that we're going to try to take to Blade Show. This camera's weird. That's why it was acting weird, because it was too far out.
But we're going to have a lot of blades there.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of blades. There's a piece of plastic.
Will Tim and CW sign the mat that wins? Yes.
If I can find a marker that'll do that. So this is the newest color in the Battle Lock. This is the same color and the same polymer that all the companies use for blue guns, if you're familiar with that training. So it's that really durable glass-filled polymer. So that's what's going to start coming on the trainers. And I guess if you want to order your knife with this, you can, because we have a bajillion of them now. I just got them in.
The light is making it look just a little bit lighter than it is in person.
Is this the wrong light? I'll see if I can't fix that.
It's just, a little bright on it.
How about that?
No.
Wow.
No.
How about that? That's it, right?
I don't know, y'all. Which looked better, y'all?
Well, I don't know what it actually looks like in person. You know what I'm saying? That's awesome. That's my fave. Is this the closest? No, it's that one, right?
That'll work.
Anyway, it's bluer than this.
Mark said, Tim, thanks for the info on the AXG Legions. Decided to go with the 320 and then the 226 Alter this year.
Probably later.
Later this year.
He's typing fast, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I mean, a lot of people talk about the 320 as being one of the best Legions ever created.
Update on restock for the medium leather sheaths and kid size shirts. My girls are asking for pink.
Wait, we didn't publish the pink shirts yet? Did we not do that? We should have. Ooh,
yeah, we have kid shirts ready to go on the site. I don't know if they're public yet.
I know Jorgie's got a lot going on today.
I can, if you want to send us an email, we can get you ordered.
Okay, so what we're going to have, in addition to the Badger Claw, like pocket sheaths, we're also coming out with these. So these are our Delta sheaths. These are kind of the final prototypes, small, medium, larges. So what is cool about these is you'll be able to mount a clip on them, like our pocket carry style clip. So you can put a DCC clip, and then this guy will carry in your pocket.
Yeah, there's definitely some pink shirts that have been designed.
Yeah, so
paradoxal charlatan.
So this will be a cross draw where you can put soft loops on it, or
and it's slim line too.
Yeah, much slimmer. So it should still fit most of the blade. So that's the small version, and then medium. They got squished in shipping, but so there's medium, and then your large sheath should fit the bigger stuff like strikers and whatnot there. So you'll be able to run this sheath with adjustable, so you can put a DCC clip here and clip this in your pocket, or IWB, or you'll be able to run it horizontal like this. So pretty cool. Really excited.
We're gonna have those at Blade Show?
I think so. These were the finals, you know, and I think Lewis is working on some of these in the background. So these are really heavy duty.
Will that come in the kit for the WharnEDC?
No.
But it could be purchased.
Right. You could get one.
I guess we could add it in the kit for, you know, like a discounted upcharge.
I guess you could, but I mean, my God, you're already talking about paying Don to custom turn each and every screw, the custom copper, the extended grips and aluminum, and the numbered, and I mean, woo, the final on it. We're going to have to do tiered packages, I think, because just from a cost, it's going to be a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So there's your...
people asking about grips, please email and I'll look into it for you.
And what's cool about these is that
a lot of people asking about if certain orders are being held up by grips.
Could be. That's
hey, y'all don't forget to enter for this mat, hashtag Matt. I'm going to draw it in just a second.
Almost died. Dang, these Battle Lock grips, man, they got so much grip, it hardly comes out of the sheath.
Gus said, yes, tiered packages. We were talking about you yesterday, Gus.
Yeah. In a good way.
Yeah, in a good way. Tim basically said you're pretty much a badass.
Well, yeah. she said it. Where's the reverse Tonto? What else does people want to see?
He said, uh-oh.
The secret's out, right?
Chad, I don't know for sure. I can't remember if we're out of the wood grain for the ops. That would be why it hadn't shipped yet. So if you can send us an email.
I just got some wood grain grips in, and this... Hey, I don't know if it's those or not. I'm just going to stay out here.
All right, let's give away this Be Less Dumb mat.
Let's not. No.
Is the Guardian 2.0 with sharpened swedge?
It's going to be an option. Should
Brett!
Be an option.
Congratulations,
should be
Brett.
An option
you
for
won.
you to choose. What did they win?
You won that Be Less Dumb mat.
Yeah, that way, when you cut the crap out of yourself, you can look at the map and be like, that was pretty dumb. That's how they got started, for those of you that don't know. Anytime someone in the shop would do dumb stuff, I would just be like, well, be less dumb. And it was joking. I'm not verbally abusive in my shop, except for on Mondays through Fridays. It's not true. I really should.
We're getting questions about what blades will fit in some of those.
I haven't done a deep dive into what will fit in each sheath yet, but so far, the only thing that I have found that has been a fitment issue would be like a tailor's. See, it's pretty wide, so it won't fit, but everything else pretty much fits in a medium or a large.
I'm HR, Captain Ricky.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a holy roller too, though. A little bit. Get it? Whatever.
Apache grips for reverse Tonto. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Just hey, look, there's some.
Oh, Nick, send us an email and we'll pull these off of here if you're waiting on those for an order.
Hey, wait, that's mine. Just kidding. Sure, man. We'll do.
Yeah, seriously, send us an email.
Yeah. So
can you please try the combatant in that sheath?
Yeah.
MA said, "Are you guys planning on making Guardian 2.0 with agent grip?"
I don't know, because the whole agent thing is like super slimline. That's a really wide blade. So there's the combatant in medium, so enough to grab it and deploy. The large will probably swallow it. Yeah, that's a little big because it goes too far in there.
Some people like them like that, though.
Yeah, they might. And the small is too small. So then, yeah, that's it in the medium. So you've got, best if you had a lanyard on there and you put the soft loops on it. I think we need to tell Lewis to include those leather soft loops. It's going to make them more expensive, but you probably.
Oh, I didn't know that was an option. Yeah, we should definitely do that.
See, this is the original. But to make them cheaper, I told him we didn't need these loops, but then standard soft loops won't fit around the stupid thing. So we're just going to have to. So I'm thinking we switch all of our stuff to it, but some other people may like the originals. And then we're going to have another option too. So we're going to have a pocket duty and not a duty. So like the Badger
Muff. Yeah, that's what I was saying. We can pull the Apache grips off of this because I imagine that's probably why it didn't ship.
Yeah, if we don't have Apache in the shop, we'll make sure we get it squared away.
That fits the the Wharncliffe also, Nightshade Wharncliffe.
Correct. Some people have been asking about the Wharncliffes. Most people wanted to switch to this, the new one, but some people did want to keep the originals. Those are at nickel boron, and I am sorry that they're late, but we have them done.
CJ said that magnetic sheath from last week was awesome. Are you going to make a version that can rotate the magnet placement? That way you can carry vertical or horizontal.
Yes. We are actually also in process of developing a sheath that accommodates that as well.
And Cheryl, just agent and Night Stalker grips right now.
Right. But the combatant and the Nautilus grips are almost done. So like my Nautilus over here, I pretty much was carrying it exclusively, but people started getting jealous.
You wanted to give a 007 update?
So I was supposed to get the 007s from nickel boron last Wednesday.
Well, we did get them. We got them, and they weren't nickel boron.
They weren't battle worn, which is freaking annoying.
Yeah.
But, so they're done. Like officially, the nickel boron is done. Now we got to go back and battle wear them, which means turn them black and then do that distressing antiquing process. So that's only 5 minutes up the street. So they are ready. I just was like, crap. There was a little bit of miscommunication between me and Jacob. He didn't know.
So they came back regular recon distress like our old finish instead of our battle worn. So now we got to run them back through. For
everybody wanted battle worn, so he's doing them. That process is much shorter than it's tedious.
And what about the AVL DP ones?
We lasered all of those late the week before last because we have to, when they're done with heat treat, then we laser the Donald Pace signature into those. We got those done late the week before last, and they are also at nickel boron, which again, 5 miles up the road. So we got a lot of stuff to ship. And
have we taken them back up to nickel boron already? Okay, because a couple people are already like, I'll take it like that.
Yeah, you want the nickel boron, and they're already up there anyway. So they're ready to be battle worn. So we're pretty much nonstop cranking.
Yes, Op Strikers. Yes, honey, you want to show the sheath? Op Striker. We're shipping those now. For everybody.
Some people have gotten them and like, holy crap.
Yeah, anybody on?
I'm going to stand here weirdly like this because I don't know what I did with the sheath. Oh, look at this. That's so far away from my mic too. Look.
Okay, question.
Ready.
Isn't it smaller than a taco style sheath when you do the rivets?
Yes. So here's the thing. Taco style sheaths require more along the bottom edge. And when you fold it, and to be able to use the IWB style clips that are slimline, you got to put your screws on the top. And they also are easier to come off your belt. But if you fold it on the bottom to be able to use this clip, a taco style sheath, when you draw it, will wipe the edge off, and there's glass and Kydex. But that can't happen because look.
I'm asking because I saw somebody comment on a video like basically the sheaths aren't as good and aren't as slimline because they're not taco style.
Yeah, and that's just a 16th of an inch. So you should probably stand on fact rather than hearsay. It's a 16th of an inch difference between when we used to taco the sheaths.
We used to taco them, yeah.
The reason we stopped was because it wipes the edge. So I think a 16th of an inch, and that is literally like a 16th is this little thin part right here. So literally, we are the first company to use black micro rivets. They did not exist. The company that makes the micro rivets blackened them for us for the first time. So
yeah, but other people have copied that.
Of course, not black though.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen anybody else use black. They can now because that company they blacken them now for everybody. But you're talking about 16th of an inch. So 16th of an inch is not going to take up that much more room on your belt. But what you do get is a sheath that has the gap at the bottom to keep you from wiping the edge off. And you get this, plus you get all the extra things to mount these on your kit. So you get these extra mounting points. Then you can put soft loops on this either side. So we think about this stuff, and you can really reach in deep and get a full grip on that and push off with the thumb rip. But I mean, the off striker is incredible.
Hey Jacob, ADCRV2 DP1s have been shipping. It may be a grip that we're waiting on. If you want to email us, we'll check.
I'm a little held up on those black screws too.
Tim changing the whole knife world from paradoxal Charlotte.
What's weird is that I didn't know that these things didn't exist. So when I'm trying to buy stuff or do stuff, I just go to what I knew to carry firearms or other tools in all the industries I've been in. So I was like, why can't we do this? And it really makes people mad. When you're like, I don't understand why you're doing it this way. Like, what is all this extra plastic? Why do we need that? I don't need a freaking... I'm not trying to row my canoe up the water, so why do I need this shit? This plastic seems like I'm paying for nothing.
Recon One Outdoors. Tim, quick question: DP1 or Raider for pocket EDC knife?
It depends. So let's look at them side by each.
I love that, MA.
What?
Tim Novations.
All right, so
let's put that on the back of the shirt.
You got me over here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so big difference. I think the DP1 fits almost in the whole blade. If you're going to be, the newer one's going to be slicier, but if you're doing heavier work, like, I don't know, cleaning game or prying stuff open or heavier work where you need a full grip, you need to go with the Raider. But if your daily stuff is more box opening, slicey, maybe you're going to make some feather boards or anything like that, just this is a thinner edge, higher grind, much thinner steel. So this will do 90% of what you want to do. If it feels a little small for what you want to do, you can also add the lanyard on the bottom, which will give you extra grip here, which is pretty much what everybody's been doing. But what I hear is that it's incredibly comfortable for its size. If you look at the shape of this pulls this back into your hand, and then it just rests naturally. So you're going to be able to do a lot of tasks. So if it's
everybody loves that.
If it's EDC, this is your guy. Can I afford
to give one away?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to give one away. It's going to be dealer's choice because we have some ADCRV2.
Look, we're going to have DP1s at Blade Show. Can you guys believe that? Nuts. So if it's just EDC, you want small pocket carry, the sheath is tiny.
Umberto said, which Delta sheath is more compact for comfy IWB carry, in your opinion? We got that sheath, I think, too, didn't we, for Umberto?
Yeah, I saw it on the porch. I didn't open it. I got a little. So you mean this one versus his old style?
I'm assuming that's what he means.
Personally, this, because you're taking a lot of material out. You know, you don't have the other side. This is a lot less room, and it's super comfortable.
Thanks, Christopher.
But like I was saying, if you're just EDC, go with the DP one. If you're going to be working, like trades type of stuff, and you need a bigger knife, then go with the Raider. Making this
That's awesome, Daily Knife. Thank you so much.
I think that's his favorite knife.
Yeah, he said it's his favorite knife of all time. That's quite the compliment.
This dude handles a lot of knives.
Mm-hmm. And makes them.
Yeah, and is a maker. And a good one.
Can we address quickly the issue about people's orders failing so they can...
Oh, people are asking?
Well, I think it was Raymond Johnson said that it failed. So a lot of you have had failed orders, and that's because of our stricter...
It should be telling you what those issues are.
Yeah, it's either the CV code,
address
billing
mismatch,
address,
zip code. So we pretty much went from, if you can almost put your entire credit card and your name in there, it's going to take it. Like the lowest level of security possible. But then we kept getting those hacks, and it was shutting our processor down, which in turn, and they would do it at hours when our processor was not available. So, and because we make the type of knives that we do, they look scary. We have to have a Second Amendment friendly, whatever type of processor. So, one, it's more expensive, and two, it has to be a lot more convoluted because those guys that are willing to do that, their system.
Somebody just said that theirs failed. It was a saved card, and he re-entered it, and it worked fine. So maybe try that.
Try that.
Feel free to reach out. We'll fix it. We'll get it fixed for you.
So make sure billing and shipping address
y'all are
match.
all putting in hashtag DP1, and I didn't even do that yet.
Yeah. What if she was gonna not put a dash or put a dash?
Let me go set that up.
Mail. So addresses has to match. The 3-digit or 4-digit code, depending on if you have Amex or not, has to match. Zip code has to match. And the name as it appears on your card has to match. And you got to do a CAPTCHA. That's because the bots that were flooding the website were just taking stolen credit card numbers from literally from the dark web.
Hashtag DP1.
And blasting
no dashes,
the website.
Just all lowercase DP1.
Got them. She tricked you. So they were flooding the website, and our processor... It's like, anyway, try it again. If it won't let you do it, we've been tweaking it over the last week to try to get it to go through. I see a whole lot less failed transactions. So reach out. Some of them we can go on the back end to the processor and force it through once we verify your information. Some of them, your credit card company is kicking those back because you tried too many times.
Yeah.
So
it sucks we have to do this because of nefarious people, but
so stupid, man. I don't understand.
The person that asked about, I think they said they wanted to see Christopher tweet. Can you ask your question again? It got buried. I think it was Piranha. He wanted to see 3 knives.
Let me get a Piranha. Let me just be proactive.
Piranha. I'll go find the comment.
Do that. You do that, C-Dub. I got a bunch of stuff laying out here. Here's a Piranha in the meantime. I'm probably going to have to go run out of here and get a water. That coffee jacked me up a little bit.
When will the lashing screws be back in?
So we're fulfilling orders with everything we have now. I think Rob's going to be caught up with the making of those 3-4 weeks. Sorry. That's just the honesty about it. That's the thing about doing a live.
005 shipping?
No. So I heard from Dan of Precision Knife Works. We're switching to an 8-inch wheel to grind those hollow grinds in. And the company that he used, I think it's Mirror Braid, they said, we don't sell those wheels often, so we got to make some and then sell them. So then he found some on a website, and he's like, yes, they have it. I'm going to buy it, and I'll get it as soon as I can. And guess what? They order them from a Mirror Braid. So
oh my gosh.
They did like Optics when it does that. It irritates the crap out of me where they'll let you buy it, and then it'll say, hey, 3 to 6 months wait. And you're like, damn it. But I do that to people too. So, but I communicate beforehand.
Is the Guardian 2.0 come with 3 sharpened sides?
Yes. There should have been a checkbox on that at checkout to select that. If there wasn't, send an email. We'll update it. If you don't want it 3-sided.
Okay, Chris was wanting to see the Piranha next to the Raider and the Taylor's Ridge.
Okay, like a huge difference in those blades. Like, why did I say like? Like Chris. Here it is. Like
update on Nighthawks. Nighthawks are shipping. It would be a grip if it hasn't shipped yet.
Here's a Taylor's without any screws because I stole them and put in Melissa's. All right, so Raider and Taylor's have the same grip platform. The Taylor's blade is like an 1/8 of an inch longer and a much deeper belly. So if you're doing like campy style work, it's got a deeper belly for like skinning and slice here because it's got a higher grind. And then if you put an extended grip on it, it kind of becomes a chopper.
Hey, good morning, Micah.
Morning.
I was just thinking about you the other day. I hadn't seen you for a little bit.
Hey, what's going on? Just kidding. Hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for coming to Texas. You gonna drive out to Georgia?
No.
Just kidding. So the Piranha, we put it in pictures with small things to try to let people know that this is a pocket-sized blade, because look at it. But if you're looking for small EDC task, you really need to try to decide between the Piranha and the DP1, because they're both a pocket-sized blade, in my opinion. So this sheath, the small, was pretty much created around the Piranha, the little small guy.
Whoa, Daily Knife, it's 16-hour drive for you?
Hey, man. Hey, man. That's how long we drove to Texas.
He must be in Texas.
You better get on an airplane, guy. Here's the thing.
Thanks, Nick. Nick gave an answer to the person that asked about what made battle lock grips different. He said battle lock grips are injection molded glass filled polymer with 6-hour stipple texture on them.
You got it. So 30% glass. The grip is far more substantial on a battle lock. Let's look at it next to a G10. So
we need a Piranha in thin steel from Smoking.
Yeah, we'll probably do that next. I mean, it is 125 thick, so it is still very durable. So see the G10, you can only do so much with G10 texture. We do put a micro version of a 1911 style lace pattern on this. It does have some traction when other people make it smooth. But then if you look it up next to the SIG grip, I mean, there's so much depth. It's way, way more grippy. And there's actually more glass in the polymer by about 20% than in standard G10. Maybe 15%. Depending on which company you buy your G10 from. So it's lighter, it's more durable in the respect that it's flexible and it's not going to get brittle with temperature extremes, and then it's got deeper traction, so much grippier. And
do we have any Taylor's Ridges in the shop that are like the new style?
No.
Okay.
No, not yet.
Nameless Drifter, I was going to offer to just give you one if you're driving 9 hours to get it, but they're not the new style.
Nope, they are not. They are not the jimping added style.
All right, y'all don't forget hashtag DP1.
Any questions while I'm standing here looking like a crazy person?
Let me see. We got any questions? Nighthawk Piranha would be dope. Battle lock grips only for certain knives. Yes.
So I did create a Nighthawk Piranha.
You didn't like the way it looked, right?
I think I floated the drawing, the sketch on Patreon, and they're like, nope, do the Wharncliffe first. And then I was in the middle of doing the Wharncliffe when we started the collab with Melissa. So it looked pretty rad. Actually, I really like the look of it.
You got your sketchbook here?
No, that keeps that under lock and key, literally at the shop.
Can I see the WharnEDC by the other Warnies, please? Sentry grips and battle lock. Those will be coming way later on down the road.
Yeah, we'll have to test
Are we going to order more?
What am I supposed to do? Oh, Melissa's blade next to the other Wharncliffes.
Are we going to have any more Stormtrooper grips?
I don't know. Depends on if, I almost said their name, pulls their head out of their fanny and starts making stuff in a timely fashion. Wharncliffes.
Maki, you said you had to make the request if you wanted the Guardian 2.0 to be sharp on all three edges. I gotta
get some of this crap off this table.
Do we request if we only want one edge?
Yes. For sure. That's the biggest stipulation.
People want an axe preview.
I don't have it. We were gonna have some for Blade Show, but then with all the crap with steel
Umberto,
and
yes, we do.
Everything
just
else.
Send us an email. We'll get you squared away on that.
I'm just
you dropped it in the river. Oh no.
Well, you gotta start making floating knives now? That sucks, man. I've done that. Literally.
Blue battle lock available now. So can people order that other than for the
you sure can. It turned out a lot cooler than I thought. So yeah.
What about the 2.0 FLN? How are we looking on that?
The sheath, we're still tweaking around with the sheath, but we about got it. But it's going to be that magnetic sheath because everybody loved the idea. So, gosh, man, I got a lot of crap going on here. So there's a Nightshade Wharncliffe. There's the Adversary. There's the WharnEDC. Try to line everybody up on the bottom.
Matthew McCann, people are sleeping on the Adversary. It's no combatant, but it's a close second.
Yeah, if you like a Wharncliffe blade, the combatant grip is excellent. So there's all your...
Oh, wow. Umberto said he was helping with the searching for a kid that went missing near the water, trying to cut a line.
Did you find him?
But I was still dumb. Well, you got a good excuse now.
Did you find the kid? I'm not worried about the knife.
Wow, look at how perfect you made them all stair-stepped.
I gotta find Guardian without.
Randall S. got my Blim Agent 004 sharpened and a sheath made this past week. It's now in service. Love it along with my other T.Kell knives.
Thanks, man.
That is so cool. I love y'all been emailing us pictures and
so
your builds, and it's awesome.
There's kind of the whole deal. This is the Guardian 2.0, Guardian Night Guard 2.0. Holy crap, I missed one.
We got a lot of warnies.
I mean, I like Wharncliffes, and so do a lot of other people. So here's the original. Let me just make a hole. So there's the original, which is the thick low grind, and then this has the high grind. And then that's the Melissa's WharnEDC. But there's kind of a little bit more to the story. So these two, you could add the ring grip, the century grip, or the extended grip. So that's going to make it about 1.25 inches longer.
What is this God tier? I don't know what that means. Is this a modern term that I'm like unfamiliar with? God
Probably.
Tier? What does that mean, y'all, for dumb people like me?
You're not dumb.
Brandon, are all the Project Blims sold out? No. We have literally a lifetime supply of 004s.
Oh, gosh. It makes me cry.
Yeah, we do have plenty of 004s left. I think the Night Stalkers are going to be...
I guess
not as many of those, but...
The Nightshade Reverse Tonto kind of is a Wharncliffe too, so I guess we'll just throw it in there.
It means top class, top tier. Okay. Got it.
But really nothing tops God, so... I don't know, guys. So, yeah. They
are on Patreon, but they're also on the website, Brandon, once you log in as a patron.
Yes. I mean, here's the thing. I could probably sell those to the rest of the world. Look at this Wharncliffe collection, though.
This is awesome.
Look, though. Just wait till there's a whole nother class of blades. Like maybe a sheep's foot on a DP1 grip. Or a sheep's foot on the combatant grip.
Cobra said, hey, CW, is that how the new Nightshade Wharncliffe will come? That's awesome.
If you ordered it already, because they're sold out, you can choose to switch to that one, to this one.
Yeah, because you have to let us know and we'll...
I basically kind of switched it up. I did the 2 edges on the Wharncliffe because it's just, I mean, look at it. It's super piercy now, and that's a 30 degrees, so it's like, I mean, can you imagine that if you're like trying to carve your pumpkin for Halloween and you want to do a back cut on your pumpkin?
People have asked about the blend Bushmans. Are you going to be able to still do those?
Yeah. Sorry, it's been a week. It's been a week. A week, not 7 days.
Oh, you forgot the Agent 002.
Oh my gravy.
Let's add it to the collection.
What an idiot.
Like, our people know more than we even did.
It's because we've been crazy this week, right?
Brian W, yes. Just send us an email. We do have some models that would ship. Like, if it's not on the website, we could put in a custom order. Stuff on the website that would immediately ship. Maybe Hawks, CGs.
Yeah, we should update that once we get them all shipped. Okay.
If there's any accomplices left, I'm not sure if we have any left.
Right. The wonderful world of Wharncliffe. And the cool thing is you can add a piranha grip to this guy too. Or I mean
a Century grip.
Century grip and an extended grip soon-ish. That's I'm gonna scream at Nick like all week, like, hey, so how's the aluminum? I also burped in the microphone. I hope you guys love that. I love you. Enough to throw up in your ear. I redid the Founders Club stuff. Like I redid the tiers.
Let's do that again with all our Tontos.
Oh no. Did somebody ask me to do that?
No,
we got a lot of tunnels, but what's crazy is that you guys discontinued this Tonto.
Christopher Lehman says I'll need a new push dagger before I retire. Let's see that, honey. Don't put it back.
This one?
Yeah. I'll need a new push dagger before I retire. My cold steel grip is peeling off. Any plans in the works for a dagger in the next 5 years?
Yeah. I'm gonna make it my own push dagger without influences from other people. This was one of the original EDC grade Tontos, and it didn't sell. It just didn't. So we discontinued. I think it's super. Let me show it up close. Super aggressive. But I mean, if I redid it, I would probably bring the swedge most of the way back.
London, London 6. That's what Tim always says to me.
What?
He said, "You're not dumb, CW. Don't talk about our friend like that."
Dude, I all the time.
He always says, "Don't talk about my wife like that."
I don't let her do that because she's like my crown. So why would I let her do that?
Hey, y'all don't forget hashtag DP1. I'm about to draw for that in just a second.
Did anybody realize that on the 15th, these are dropping?
And yeah, Nick is right. He said you would sell it now, and I totally agree with that.
What?
The Tonto. If you brought back your old styles, people would still buy them.
I love that Tonto. How long did I carry that?
Don't forget the hashtag, Charles.
I carried that Tonto
there you go.
across Hell's Half Acre when I came out with it. I loved it. And they would just sit. Like we did in-person shows, markets. That's how I got started. And they just sat. People were like, oh, okay, cool.
I think doing the swedge all the way back would make that a winner, Tim, from Kelly's.
I do too. I do too. I really do. But I don't know. We got
bring it back. We still have the.
We don't have the capacity to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I never even made the new style sheaths for those. That's how long it's been. Like 3 years, 4 years. These. You guys realize on the 15th, you got a Nautilus.
May 15th?
Yeah.
Wow.
You got, right? Jeez. We should advertise that. Combatants, adversaries, and Nautilus.
See you, Mark. Have a good day.
Thanks. Oh, wait. Which Mark?
Mark Kane.
I gotta.
Yeah, people are like, that Tonto didn't sell?
No, they didn't. It was crazy. I'm like, okay, I'm going to discontinue it. If you got, where is Fiegel here? Gosh, thanks for. I got to get to.
What was the Tonto with the 30-degree angle from Ryan Henley?
This. Oh, this one. Oh.
Oh yeah.
What do you think? What about that one? The Nightshade Tonto. Nasty, right? And this is lasered camo on these grips. That's how old this one is. I'll show it over here in more detail. Look. That's a battle worn. So this was the 30-degree Tonto. People just looked at it like, okay, that's weird. So It didn't sell either. And then here's another one.
Daily Knife said, Tim, just send me all the knives you don't want for disposal. I'll make sure they get used.
I mean, no.
I don't think we have any more of those, Ryan. Do we, honey?
No, that's it. Look at this.
I think when we started talking about discontinuing them, everybody...
So we had a clip point. Nobody liked this guy either. We also had a drop point in this, and I don't think I literally have any of those. I think somebody, a patron bought a few.
We kind of sold those off.
Yeah, I think there's some people on here that have them. Anyway, let's do gifts this week's presents.
Well, hold on. Let me give away the DP one because they've been waiting on this.
Whatever, lady.
Hashtag DP1. Let's draw now.
We're going to do food first and then these blades because they're substantial. Okay. Can I show some stuff?
MA, you won.
Can I show? You didn't have to give plasma. Can I show some stuff? You ready?
Congratulations.
Okay.
I hope you're interested in that blade.
WharnEDC strikes again. He sent me this. Yeah. They're Tom Yum, which I love. He also has sent some Tom Yum flavored pepper chips, which have changed my life.
He eats them every day.
Now I eat the pepper chips. Literally, I keep ordering them every day. These things are incredible. They're not spicy-ish, but they're oyster mushrooms. And
hey, honey, lots of people were commenting on that clip point.
I know, man, but they don't want it.
He says, hell, I like the clip point. It's been my daily fixed blade for over 4 years.
Sorry, I'm eating. Anyway.
I bet they can really hear your crunching in that microphone.
You know why she says that? Because she can't stand the sound of crunching food. And she's over there with a gun, ready to shoot me in the face. So, I love the flavor of Tom Yum. Actually, we had Tom Yum soup last night. Well,
Micah said one of David's officers cut himself. And David said, here's a Be Less Dumb Band-Aid.
We need to give him some more. So, look. Oyster mushrooms.
WharnEDC, the only reason they survived is because we vowed not to finish them so we could have it to show on the web.
Oh, so freaking good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Jacob had given WharnEDC a love gift, and he rejected Jacob. He cried for like a whole week. So Ron sent it back. This was he liked you, and he just sent it to you. And
Tim's food ASMR.
Actually, Jacob is dumb and sent Ron the wrong
Yes,
sheath.
Brian, please post. We want to see it.
There's that. And he sent me more of these. I'm going to eat the rest of them because I do not value my life. And she's going to kill me, but I'll have to hide in the basement and eat these.
When are you going to sell boxes of Be Less Dumb bandages? I need them for work, my kid, and me.
I can do it now. I mean, I got like hundreds of, well, literally 30,000. I just got done. So, can you see this?
No.
My big fat cookie. So, Hunter's goal is to turn me into a big fat cookie. So, he sends them. Look.
We've been really eating these.
These are destroyed. There were like 4,000 of these cookies, and then we were slicing them in half so we could sample them. We haven't even gotten to the espresso chip, which is probably what I should have had.
Why don't you taste test it right now?
The espresso? Hell yeah. That's a great idea. So it literally is a big fat cookie. Y'all don't even understand though. I have 5 grams of protein per serving. Health food. Damn. Is it like 18 pounds? 6.5 ounces of cookie. Some of these are stuffed. And some are just giant.
Yeah, some of them have like peanut butter on the inside.
Which the peanut butter one on the inside, if you don't notice, there's not one in here. Because, well, I'm fat. So the red velvet, this one, which one was that one called?
Rainbow something.
The Hunter knows. That thing has got almond extract in it, and it is effing ridiculous. Look, here's more chewing. I don't know why she's subjecting you people to this.
Any idea on the Be Less Dumb patches? Are those not on the website?
They should be.
Be Less Cookie.
Look, I'm round. Cookie is round.
Rainbow Remix, my absolute favorite.
Yeah, that one is ridiculous.
Hey, y'all,
the espresso one is
Hunter's
good.
Birthday. Happy birthday, Hunter.
The espresso one is good, but it's not great. Anyway.
Oh, you don't love it? Let me taste it.
Here. It's probably because I have chocolate in my mouth.
Let me see. Mm.
I ain't even to bullshit you though.
No, I love that.
Oh, really? Cool. This thing, this rainbow thing, this guy is ridiculous. That so far is the best one that has been. That peanut butter filled one too. Holy crap.
Did I hear you say Battle Lock will come in navy blue?
Not navy. Well, we can do any color, really.
MA, I think we gave him woodland.
Who?
My dad's DP one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, woodland.
So, these cookies are ridiculous. I mean...
Hey, MA, I know that the ones that we have available right now are ADCRV, and you usually pick AEBL, so you can wait on AEBL if you want to. The ready ship one is ADCRV.
No, I'm not gonna lie, just eating gobs
Okay, let's quit eating cookies. No more cookies.
Damn, that espresso one got better.
I love it. I think it's delicious. Good morning, Brian D.
Morning, sir. Yeah, my big fat cookie.
Okay, so we need to add some patches to the website because Kyle said he tried to add it to his 007 and it wasn't available.
So we need to be less dumb and add be less dumb stuff.
When is there going to be a Be Less Dumb coffee, though, from Barbarian Brawny?
Oh, I could easily do that. I could do it.
Yeah, right. Let's do it.
Look here.
Striker
we're going to go in order.
Striker next to the Nautilus when you get done with that.
Striker. Hold, please. Striker. Where is it?
Striker.
Where's the boy, Striker?
Peter needs a coffee and a cookie.
Where you at? I'm telling you, to keep me able to fit in my clothes and do normal human functions, she will give the rest of these to you. Because if they're around here, I'm going to eat them.
Morning, Jody.
Where'd my strikers go? Has someone relieved me of my striker? Okay, so no. Where did it go?
Bushman versus Taylor's Ridge for hunting. From Chris.
If it's just hunting, I'm gonna go with the Taylor's Ridge because it's got that deep belly for skinning game. If you're gonna do campy type stuff, maybe the Bushman would be a good choice. Where are the H or the strikers? I know I had some. Did you steal them?
No, I didn't steal a striker.
C-Dub stole the strikers.
Got another Night Stalker Blim in and put the Battle Log grips, and I love them. Super grippy, no slipping at all.
Yeah, man, I love them.
EDCer.
Oh my God. Expensive stuff on the floor. I don't know. I had the strikers out here. That's what's really strange. I don't know, man.
Peter, LV, EDC. I'll be up in Blue Ridge tomorrow and want to come up and see you guys. Do you need anything from the Sunshine State? Oh, awesome.
Isn't citrus in right now? No, not yet. Later summer.
Isn't that the most like cliche thing to ask for from somebody from Florida is an orange?
Look, just stop in Wildwood, get a bunch of oranges. Come on, look, I've traveled a lot through Florida. Where the hell are the?
Are you carrying it? Somebody said.
I'm not. Like there were 3 or 4. Am I just overlooking them on the wall?
Ray Johnson wore my Be Less Dumb shirt when buying my car. Dealer loved it. That's awesome.
So you bought a car. We were telling me.
Is the striker still in the leather sheath?
That was a combatant, wasn't it? See, that's the.
Okay, we may have to just.
I don't know, man.
Skip it.
That's really strange, though.
We lose blades a lot around here.
Yeah, but then they're in here. I just don't know exactly where they moved to. I got a lot going on in my life. I don't know, man. That's really weird, though.
We'll find it later.
Well, they wanted to see it.
Well, we can't just spend the rest of the live looking for a
I can do what I want, man. My house. Okay. Now, you guys are going to probably make fun of me. I never had heard of this Knoll Knives until Mark sent me this. I assume that it's like super awesome because it came in a pack of other super awesome stuff. I was crazy impressed with the detail on this guy's machine work, like pocketing, and the micarta work is just sheep's foot. Look at this.
Lower it a little, honey. There you go.
I don't want to.
Oh, that is nice.
Oh yeah, I mean, this. I think this is titanium. The action is crazy smooth on this thing.
Combat Cat has it. Be alert.
Yeah, dude, man, that dude's insane too. So this Null, I was really impressed with, and I'd never seen him before, so even more so.
Mom, I love his nickname. Been married to Mr. DP1 51 years.
He is the DP1, and there's a DP2 in the family. Hilarious. Okay, so you guys know I like Israel. One, he's a good dude.
Aquanaut says, I think it's a Chinese OEM. Well, Chinese OEMs always look great, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, so another Chinese OEM, Arcane.
Yeah, Riyadh does good work.
And Isham Blade Work. So this is number 116 of 550. Look at this thing. Israel's got some really imaginative stuff going on between his ears. And I guess Isham, I assume that's how you say that? Sorry, I'm supposed to know.
That is how you say that.
Okay, I'm supposed to know
I know a little bit of Arabic.
Okay, so there you go. Incredible knife. So stonewashed gray. Look at that. But
everybody's saying happy anniversary to my mom and dad.
Happy anniversary to your mom and dad too. But yeah, I mean, I love Arcane stuff. This is like my third or fourth. I like them.
Thomas Maloney wants to see the op striker next to the striker with the extended handle, but we can't find the striker, Thomas.
And it has an extended grip on it. That's what's weird. And I had it for last week's thing. So I don't know. Okay, so we're just going in order. This, I didn't know that we did this. So this says limited edition.
Happy anniversary to Zeke Warner also.
Yeah, happy anniversary. So this is number 438 of 610. This is the owner of the company's design, which is crazy. This thing has got to be super rare. I'm afraid I'm going to break this thing. It feels like titanium.
Oh no, is Isham dead? He said that was Isham's last collab. Rest in peace. Oh no.
Oh, oops. So look at this full flat grind. And then they later polished it to make the grinds go that way. So the level of detail that goes into something like this, you can appreciate as a maker how high end this is. So full flat grind, it's numbered on the blade too. But look at the hardware. I'm pretty sure.
Don't forget to lower it, honey, because it.
I'm looking at it too, though, and that's all that matters. Is what I want to do. Got a reversible clip. I mean, look at this thing. It's like pocket jewelry.
Fallon Bale said, I think you put the striker in a yellow box or container.
Let me look. I mean, the action on. Look, this is another.
Hey, Miss Told.
Chinese OEM. But look, I mean, they're so good. Their stuff is so good. I'm sorry. If I could make folders like we and Civivi make, I'd be pretty happy. So, Mark, thanks for this thing. It's ultra freaking rare. I'm super scared I'm going to lose it. And this brand is Knives brand, and that's all you need to know.
Yep, he crashed a car and pulled a cowboy revolver on cops when they showed up. Whoa.
When did this happen?
Never heard of it. I didn't know about that.
Man. So, you guys know what this is?
Do you have a CW folder here, honey?
Mm-hmm. We're talking about a knife I've wanted for a long time, so let's just have a moment. I wanted a Jack Wolf forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, well, what's wrong with y'all? I said this a million times, and Mark Fiegel was the only one who ever gave you one.
Look,
just kidding.
So the Pioneer Jack, I mean, the guy's presentation is good, and look, you can say what you want. Again, this whole entire pack, they're all made in China, and they're all really, really well done. Say what you want. Comes with a nice.
If it lets you configure it, it's not that the steel is out. It's probably something with the card. Can you try to re-enter your card number?
Does it say not in stock? Because
No, he was able to check out. It just said his saved card number wouldn't work.
So what he's done is taken these classic designs and used modern materials. So this looks like the same texture that they put on the old like bone jimped Barlows.
You said Jack Wolf is cool, but I don't like this style of knives, to be honest. Yeah, it's old school, right? That's why you like it, honey?
That's why I like it, because I'm kind of an old school guy, right? I have revolvers and stuff also, you know, leather sheath, lock back. It's not a modern blade design, but what I appreciate is this guy took these old school designs and applied modern manufacturing and materials to them. So it's really cool.
Lower it.
I think it's super cool. Am I going to choose to make a knife with this blade? No. But I like that he did it.
Modern traditional.
It's a one-piece scale too. So this is all one piece. And the fit and finish on these is incredible. And his DLC work that he's getting done.
Hey, Precision Knife Works is on, honey.
Hey, what's up, Dan? I was texting you at very odd hours. Well, because you text me at odd hours. So whatever. Anyway, Mark, thanks for the Jack Wolf. I've wanted one for a long time. I've heard that it's just impeccable. What a great blade. Very excited. I don't understand the pink rag, but whatever.
Daily Knife says, I have a rare Chavez JP Stout Megalodon.
Yeah.
I'm bringing to the show as a trade fodder. You're the first place I'm stopping.
Whoa. Yeah, so I know that Jacob is very excited about that trade. He just wants to be around to see it happen. Oops. Crap. There's my pog. Anyway, I'm really happy to finally have a Jack Wolf. And I got to figure out something with storage of blades. Because I got quite a nice collection now. Let me see. Somebody said I put that in the yellow bin.
I need to give away another knife. I've only done one today.
Later. Who said that? Who?
I just was thinking that.
Who said the striker was in the yellow box? Thanks.
Wow. He actually saw you do that for real?
Yeah.
Thank you. I think it was Fallon or something.
Okay.
Like that.
There's the striker. Battle worn. Striker with a century grip. Striker with an extended grip.
Fallon Bale.
Thanks, Fallon.
He was the only one paying attention.
Fallon. Okay. So you wanted to see it. I'm just covering up the...
Doc Hanley wants a wooden knife display with logo, please. Collab. A wooden knife display with logo.
Who would do that? Can
the Butcher Block guy do that?
Maybe. He quit Patreon, so... Don't know. Yeah, I pay attention. So, this is the striker next to the Nautilus. Quite a bit different. So, there's that. And then, striker with an extended grip next to the Ops Striker. Now I got to find the Ops Striker. Big difference, right? Because the blade on the Ops Striker is about an inch longer.
How is the balance on the Nautilus? Incredible.
Yeah, it's really lightweight and such a fast blade. So you've got a fuller grip on the striker with an extended grip, so it's more...
Is that blade the exact same blade? Just
it's the exact same blade, but I stretched it and then I moved some stuff around. So it
is... Thanks, Steven. Steven just joined the channel. If y'all want to join the channel, you get cool, like, emojis and badges.
You can put my stupid face all over stuff. Or you can put her pretty face on stuff.
Which is the Nautilus? It's
this one. So the Nautilus is going to be really lightweight because it's only being released in the Battle Lock. So polymer grips only. So your balance point is right there. Right in that front finger well, which is why I like it, but it's lightweight. And it's the striker, the stalker blade, but I push the thumb ramp forward. So it really... And you get a lot of grip out of that secondary push, and that's why I put jimping back there. So that's where you're maintaining most of your grip. So it pulls that blade in and pushes. It's just so comfortable. We've got really minor jimping up here just to kind of give you a little traction, and then the thumb jimping is aggressive and then in there. So, and it'll have the Battle Lock texture. Really, really cool knife. Very excited to finally get these done. So
don't forget to get back to the Founders Club from Zeke.
So I redid all the tiers and the offerings on the Founders Club to kind of make that more inclusive for like a day to come out to the shop. We'll cook and stuff under the awnings, a range day. And then the hired, and some of these are like, I can't imagine that anybody would want to do it, but you would get your name on a plaque that goes in the shop. So, you know, like some of those places where
hashtag mystery,
you get
y'all,
your name on
for
a thing.
A giveaway mystery knife.
So it'll be kind of like you'll walk into the shop, and in our big conference room area, we'll have these are the people that kind of helped us get from baby company to mid-sized company and in-house everything, and really go into shortening those turnaround times. And then the super, super high tiers are like a custom, one of a kind, we design it together kind of knife. And you're talking like, that's way up there. But
Jeff, no, they don't use the same grip. Nautilus is not the Piranha grip.
No.
It was because he made it from a Night Stalker, so it's like a customized Night Stalker grip.
So it's a little fuller than a Piranha. And you also see how it's got a deep front finger well, and it's longer, it's wider. So it was kind of a way to get a full-length blade on a compact handle, but to do that, I turned the back of the knife into part of the handle. So then it becomes more of a grip. Really, really.
Hey, Mr. Pelly, no, the CW folders are prototypes, and no, they are not house-made.
Nope. So those were part of a launch program to fund the folding project. So that's that knife. That's a black on black in the CW folder. So no, these are made over the seas. Vietnam.
Any ideas for blade shapes other than the Nautilus grip?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're gonna
Wait, I'm sorry. Any other ideas for blade shapes on the Nautilus grip?
Yeah, so I think I mean, that's the Night Stalker blade. That blade is unique design to me, and so far nobody else is making. Well, obviously you guys have seen the companies that have tried to be inspired by the Night Stalker.
Aquanaut, $5. Thank you. Good idea. Have a Medford black card awaiting one-of-a-kind folder from that.
So, yes.
I think that's their Founders Club type thing.
Yeah, and I looked at what they're doing, and I couldn't believe.
Daily Knife joined. Awesome. Thanks,
brother. I couldn't believe that actually worked. But the cool thing is that allows us to build the new manufacturing wing onto our current location and bring a lot of stuff in. What I want to do is I want to sell a knife and ship it within 2 weeks. And the only way to do that as a manufacturing company, if you're making 20,000 knives, which is what we did last year, cash based, you take the cost of 20,000 knives and then you start multiplying all that stuff and all the payroll that goes into that. That is an astronomical amount of money. I mean, it's a lot of money. And without a loan or an investment in the company, you can't buy steel and G10 and battle lock and screws and pay people to make them and heat treat them and nickel bar, all that in advance without a substantial amount of money. And you're not going to be able to do it on like a 50 or 100 knife drop, because
I think there's a button somewhere that says join now on our channel.
I don't know.
Hunter, could you post a link?
I'm leaning against the bed here. It's just like this is intense. Actually, my feet are just tired. So there's, now I'm like a stork.
Darth Jesus, we are shipping those starting next week, I believe. AVL DP ones.
Yes, yeah, they're nickel boron now. So what's going to come out of there first is going to be the Wharncliffe. The Nightshade Wharncliffes are going to come out first, and the 007s are there. The DP1s are there. The Nautilus are there, but they're going to be released. I may have a few of those at Blade Show. Maybe I'll take a handful to Blade Show. So please.
Mini TS87. We get that question every time.
Yeah, I want to make that this year. Now I finally, thank you so much, Mr. Hauser. I got the cage codes. Oh, such a huge thing, man. So now that we've got that squared away, because that is a tool being used by some militaries around the world.
Thanks, Chuck.
I can move into the smaller one. So that's good. But
also make sure to set yourself to allow gifted memberships within the join section. Oh, I didn't know I could do that.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, now you can do that on Patreon.
I'll do that. I didn't know I could.
I just learned that we can do that.
I'm learning. This was Fish Ranch's suggestion. I didn't know anything about memberships.
And we're super busy too, so it is hard for us to keep up with all this stuff. We're at that point in the size of the company where people get really irritated because we've become very popular.
Oh, that's cool. It says people can gift memberships to others. That's really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Wait, it says Daily Knife gifted one T.Kell. So we must have it turned on because he gifted one.
All right. So there you go. You can do it.
So how do you determine who it goes to?
Well, I don't know.
I'm confused.
We'll have to study.
Patreon membership giveaways. Really? Man,
yeah. I told you we
do it.
You knew we could do Patreon.
I know, but I didn't know we could do just like do like a regular giveaway. Patreon.
I have no idea.
I did 1,000 for the black card on Sezzle. 4 payments of $250 makes it accessible for everyone to help from Aquanaut.
Okay, so yeah, I mean all of our products are Sezzle.
Oh, someone selected it at random. Okay, cool. That's awesome. How fun.
That is cool.
I want to give some of those. That's fun.
Well, yeah, we'll figure out how to do that for next week. So that's what we're gonna do. There's gonna be multi-tiers. They should be Sezzle a bull. It just makes sense to me to allow you guys to do that rather than sell it to an investor.
Is the CW folder an auto or just on bearings and washers?
It's bronze washers with roller bearings, so that's why it's so smooth.
Mark Fiegel, can you throw up the Gem Raider? What's the Gem Raider? Because that might be my next blade. You mean the okay.
Yeah.
Travis, new member. Woohoo! Thank you.
Here's a Gem Raider. Where's my personal? Good Lord, here we go again. Where's my blades? They're in the. I know it's over here now because I saw it.
What are you confused about, JL? Are you confused about joining? Daily Knife. We discussed that. You can just message Jacob, and he has my permission to let you have some of that stuff for videos. So, WharnEDC, woohoo!
So there's the Raider, Gem Raider. Really good choice. You guys know I carried the Raider, but what we're doing, this isn't it. We're raising the grind up on it, and then we're going to thin the edge up.
Thanks, Hunter. Hunter gifted a membership.
So how does that work?
I guess they buy it, and then YouTube randomly gives it to somebody. That's kind of cool.
That's cool. You're eligible, so you can't select the person, or is there a functionality to select?
I think it just does it randomly is what they're saying.
That's kind of cool.
A lot of people saying they can't figure it out on their phone.
I don't know how to do it either.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of difficult. If anybody has any insight, let them know how to do it.
Here's the thing.
Yes, yeah, we've got some.
With the Founders Club that has been, I've been wrestling with this decision for like a year and a half.
Aquanaut gifted a membership. Y'all, thank you so much.
You guys are really kind. Thank you for doing that. There's so many people that'll probably have an impact on. So thanks. That's really nice. So we actively have people that want to invest in our company, because when you do that, like if you're a venture capitalist or an investor, you can look at trends of companies based on what they put on their taxes and where they've gone and amount of times, and there's all this stuff. They can do public record research. So they approach us. Like, hey, I can, but what I know how to do what we want to do.
Woo-hoo!
We just don't have the abilities and the facilities to do.
Hunter gifted another membership. Thank you, Hunter.
You guys are really nice. I mean, you guys could host the show. I'll just stand here and look dumb like this.
Hey, if y'all didn't enter that giveaway, it's hashtag mystery for the mystery, not mystery.
Mystery is a thing too, though. That's a mystery.
Hashtag mystery for a knife that you won't know what you're going to get. One of our blades.
Yeah, one of ours. We didn't send Josh Lindsay's blade. You know how I know?
Why?
Because it's on me. So.
Oh, well, he didn't email us. If I don't get reminded, I'll forget this
He
stuff.
probably just thought that I would do it since he sent me a text and said, yeah, I won. Anyway, so that's the whole thing. We could easily take investor money, but then we'd have to give up a percentage of the company. And then they tell you what to do. And I think because we're so different as a company, we don't really need that. Anyway, that's where we're at. So I don't like the 3 to 6 month wait time, but because half of a batch funds half of another batch.
Gave 5 T.Kell memberships. Thank you so much.
So
that's so nice.
And YouTube just, but yeah, thanks, Aquanaut. I don't know exactly. You apply and they go, sure, you get one for free, or
from what it sounds like, people have to have it turned on that they're allowed to receive a gift membership, and it randomly gives it to people.
That's cool.
WharnEDC 5 memberships. Wow. Thank you so much.
You know why they do this? Because they believe in our family here and they want more people to know about it. That's cool.
Gifted memberships last for 28 days. Okay, that's awesome.
So somebody has to claim it or be willing to accept it.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Well, let's hope there's this many people like us. Otherwise, like, oh, sorry, they expired. Any other knives that people want to see? Because we are like 4 minutes into.
Jordy said Be Less Dumb products can now be found under the shop menu for the person that was saying that they were showing out of stock.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the patches, all the Be Less Dumb stuff has done really well, so I probably need to order more of that stuff.
I'm sorry, Micah. I thought it was hard to find too, but maybe I'm just old and don't know how to figure out this stuff.
We have a lot
of people are saying you have to be on like a computer instead of a phone, but I don't know.
I was counting how many computers we have at the company the other day. I'm like, my gosh, I have a lot of computers. A whole bunch of computers.
Sharpening angle for Night Stalkers 20 per
20
side.
degrees, so 40 inclusive, so 20 is 40.
Bronny wants to see a combatant and a raider next to each other.
Lombat. I think we get that request probably weekly.
I'm going to give away this mystery blade first before you do that.
I'm still going to do it. You want me to do it on the main screen?
No, let me give this away first.
So the Raider is a heavier duty.
Hold on, I'm not showing you yet.
What are you doing? Just showing?
I'm doing the giveaway. Kim Hendricks.
Congratulations.
Kim, we'll let you pick. I know you have a list of things you want. Congrats.
Now you got me?
Yep.
All right, so the Raider doesn't have a full-length swedge. It does have the same style jimping. The new one's going to have a raised grind line and a thinner edge, but it's a heavier duty knife all around. So see that the grip is a lot thicker. Footprint-wise, they're within a 1/16 of an inch of each other, but you have the different EDC grip. So it still gets a full 4-finger grip, but it has that, it's like a drop point and less stabby, more work.
Thank you, Crumbs.
So, you know, you've got more of a fighter, more aggressive style tip on the combatant. It'd be nice if it would focus. So
Precision Knife Work said T.Kell Chef's Knives anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, I got a whole bunch of hardened blanks that I did years ago before the EDC stuff took off. I just don't have time to grind them. Our chef knives did pretty well. They just took so long. I did a lot of custom chef knives in the early days. There's a handful of people out there.
Thanks, Hunter. Gifting another membership.
Yeah, thanks for the cookies.
Miss Neon, send us an email. We might be able to help you. Sometimes we have blemishes and things like that.
Yeah. Oft times.
Yep.
So.
Yay, you figured it out, Micah. She is now a member. Thank you so much. What's the difference on the Agent 001 and the Agent 001 2.0? Good question. That is a good question.
Crap, I think it's at the shop. The new one. Because for photographs. There's a lot of differences. And
oh, yes. Steven, fantastic idea. I'll get one made.
There's really, I mean, it's not so much of a difference that you would notice a whole lot, but I'll just kind of go over. This is not. So This is Gen 1. I don't have Gen 2 here. We thinned the edge out. So you've got this, it's going to have this really thin style, like, so think like WharnEDC thin.
Lower.
So it'll be a lot thinner of an edge. And then
people want steak knives.
We did that heavy, not heavy, but we made these deeper so they'll slice a little bit better.
Yes, please, because I don't know anything about that. So I just did like whatever I could think of. Please enter, like, send us emoji ideas.
And then you've got, so we soften this where it's not a sharp angle, but it's still got the same depth. There's less jimps on the back, but they're grippier. It's rounded here. We rounded it in.
Imran, no, you do not have to be a member of Patreon to win on the giveaways.
No. So thinner edge, basically a higher end machining all around.
Black Panther emoji, yes.
No sharp corners anywhere. All this has been rounded. The sharpening tool has been corrected so you don't sharpen up into the thing. And that's about it. But I will tell you that
Combat cats.
It's enough of a difference where you're gonna be, holy crap. It's like a high-end piece of jewelry now. Like we're doing with all the knives. We're taking each one in, everybody's suggestions, and making all those changes and tweaks to make it better. But
yes, y'all go check out the daily knife video on the combatant. It performed crazy.
Yeah, I was actually completely blown away. So thank you guys for taking time to do that test.
Yeah, awesome video.
I was honored. I meant to say
Highland cow emoji, yes. For Jacob.
Whose idea was this?
Who said this? I gotta go back.
It doesn't matter, really. Anything else? Did we set records today? Or is everybody tired of our stupid face?
No, we had a good live, I think.
Oh yeah, it's always a good live. I'm just wondering how many people are tuning in.
We got 372 on, but it was pretty normal with.
Yeah, it goes up and down. We get towards the end, I start looking all weepy and sleepy, and they're like, "Bah, click."
I can't unsee Barbarian Bunny. Blame Tim.
That's sorry, guys. He probably like, "What a jackass."
T.Kell, I'm not sure. He's asking when the next shipment of Apache is going to come in specifically for DP1 and CQC.
I don't know, because that material is handmade.
Thanks, Micah. Micah gifted the membership.
Thank you
so much.
Micah. I don't know. The
Paradoxal
company
Charlatan, yes. We will be doing some whatnots. I don't have one scheduled, but we will be doing them.
Yeah. We always have stuff to do.
Any more 001 blends? I think we may have a couple more. If you're a patron and you didn't get one and you wanted one and you missed out, email us and we'll see what we can do.
We try to not put too many out there because I feel like we hit you guys every week. Like, hey, here's another thing you can buy. But
M. Gomez, possibly. But I will say that we can't part with any combatant sheaths right now unless they're like ordered, because we have to save them for a blade show. Unless we can get some done before then, right?
And we have them. We have it on order.
Okay.
We should have them. I mean, everybody in this industry is ramping up for Blade Atlanta because that's our Super Bowl. So all the material is slow to get. So.
Are you gonna
back on the Apache
Are you gonna post
stuff
about the Founders Club on Patreon?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess we'll just go ahead and do it. So with any of the burl, the swirly materials, that's handmade a sheet at a time by the company that does it. In America, their lead times used to be a few weeks because I think
Jorge Lamont,
if we weren't the first to do it, we were one of the first companies to do that. And now it's really popular. So the turnaround times have gone from a couple weeks to 6 weeks to now 12, 18, 24 weeks on the material after you order it. But they'll tell you before it's 4 to 6 weeks. So it's really tough to stay on top of it. So I don't really know. What was your next question?
Jorge was asking about ops grips.
Oh, coming back in stock?
Mm-hmm.
We have all the material ordered.
Okay, so for people asking about these blems, if they show sold out, you can email us and we'll see if we have any left if you're a patron and you missed out on a particular one.
I'm going to put my pen up before I lose it.
Cheryl says, Joey and I look forward to Sunday morning T.Kell Live. Thank you for
Thank you guys. We look forward to having you here.
Does the MR1 have 2 edges?
It does not.
JPW1 Ops Hawks are shipping, except if it's a grip that we don't have in stock.
And if you're flexible on the grip, or you want to switch to battle lock, that's gonna move it to. We'll get it out like this week.
What do you mean, Denny? You mean your Night Stalker is? He said my Night Stalker blim is not that bad. Look at the draw, I guess.
The blim is not very blemish.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're not bad.
That's the rumor going around. So yeah.
Yeah, if y'all are interested in these blims that we're talking about, there are still 004s for $50 on Patreon. You can join Patreon for $3.
We'll try to post this week on the shirt that's coming for Blade. And some of the stock we're going to have there, just to kind of set you guys up to know, those of you that are coming, if you can pick up a Blade there. Because what happened in Texas was so many people, Blade Texas, like, I came here for a combatant. I'm like, we don't have them because we were in the middle of making that batch. So, combatants, adversaries, Nautilus are supposed to release before then, and they are pretty close to done. So that should be a short turnaround on those.
Yeah, the jimping is one of the things that wasn't the best on the 004s. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of it.
Yep.
You can find videos that disclose what the blemishes are
on Patreon. I don't think we put that out to the public.
I think we're done, honey.
I think so, guys. If you have anything else, speak now or forever hold your peace, or at least 7 days.
People asking about ready ship items, please email us.
Yep.
We'll help you out.
Shoot us an email, and then we'll go back. We got some stuff that can ship now. All right, you guys. Have a great week. Thank you for being here. Bye.
Bye.